Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're breaking down the core strategies from Alex Hormozi's $100 million leads. We're basically going to unpack the entire playbook for some seriously explosive business growth.
I mean, just think about that for a second. What if that was a real problem you had? We're going to move way beyond just wanting more leads and really focus on building an actual system for sustainable long-term growth. Okay, let's get right into it. This is the step-by-step system for attracting people, getting them engaged, and turning them into customers, all by delivering a ton of value right up front. So, first things first, we have to completely change how we think about what a lead even is. The goal isn't just to get any lead, it's about attracting the right kind of lead. Think of it like this. The ocean is just full of fish, right? Those are all potential leads. But we're not just trying to spot fish. We're looking for the ones that are opening their mouths, showing they're hungry and ready to bite the hook. That's an engaged lead. And here's where it gets really smart. You frame giving away value not as a cost, but as a strategy. You solve a small, nagging problem for free. And in doing that, you help them see the much bigger, more overwhelming problem that you are the perfect person to solve. You've already earned their trust. Okay, so you've got the perfect bait. Now, where do you fish? Let's look at the 4 main ways you can cast your line to attract those engaged leads. So this chart breaks it all down beautifully. You've got warm audiences who know you, cold audiences who don't, and you can reach them publicly, like one-to-many, or privately, one-to-one. But one of these quadrants, well, it builds way more trust than all the others combined. Yep, we're zooming in on that top left box. Hormozi argues that this is the single most powerful way to attract those high-quality engaged leads, creating valuable free content. And check out this number. This is why it's so important. Content isn't just some marketing extra, it's the whole engine. He found that 78% of his clients watched or read at least 2 big pieces of his content before they even booked a call. Think about that. Trust was already built before he ever had to sell. Now this is a total game changer for how you create that content. Just by switching from how to how I, your advice becomes bulletproof. Why? Because no one can argue with your personal story. It's your experience. And this is how you start. You don't try to boil the ocean on day 1. Nope. You become the undisputed king of a tiny little puddle first. You own it. And that credibility gives you permission to move to a pond, then a lake, and eventually the ocean. So, your content's working. You're building that all-important trust, and you have their attention. But what's next? How do you get them to take that first step with you? You have to make it an absolute no-brainer. Okay, this might sound a little crazy, but when you're just starting a business or a new service, Hormozi's first 5 free idea is an unbelievable way to get momentum. You just take all the risk off the table for them. And let's be clear, this isn't charity. It's totally strategic. It lets you get practice. People are way more forgiving when something is free. And most importantly, it gets you those first crucial reviews and testimonials that create social proof. It's a win-win. So after you get your first 5 freebies done, you start climbing this ladder. And what this does is create this incredible, natural urgency. People want to get in now before the price goes up again, all while you're still building your portfolio. It's brilliant. Okay, so you've got something that's working. You're getting clients, you're building a reputation. The big question is, how do you scale it? How do you pour gasoline on the fire without getting burned out? The framework for this is super simple, but so powerful. It's called More, Better, New. Before you ever look for some shiny new strategy, you have to ask yourself, can I just do more of what's already working? And after that, can I do it better? Only then do you look for something new. And this really dials in on that first step, more. It's a concept he calls the rule of 100. The idea is that massive success really just comes down to disciplined, consistent, high-volume action. So whatever your main method is, you commit to doing 100 of them, or spending 100 minutes on it every single day for 100 days straight. If you commit to that level of input, the output, getting more leads, is almost guaranteed. All right, last section. This really is the philosophy that ties this entire system together. It all boils down to one simple but powerful ratio. You know, you got to think about your marketing kind of like making a cup of tea. The longer you let that tea bag, your free content, steep in the water, the stronger the tea gets. You can't rush the process of giving value. And this chart really lays out the math for you. Big, mature platforms can get away with like a 4-to-1 give to ask ratio. But if you're trying to grow, you have to give at least 10 times more value than you ask for anything in return. 10 to 1.
Because at the end of the day, that's the real secret, isn't it? The key to getting more leads than you can handle isn't about asking more often. It's about giving more value, more generously, than anyone else is willing to. That is the playbook.